Hi! Today I want to do a New Year's Eve makeup look. One that I would actually wear on New Year's Eve. Like in the past years I used to do glittery cut creases and stuff like that. And on the New Year's Eve I just wore eyeliner. So today I want to do a look that I will probably wear on New Year's Eve. I'm not sure though because my mood changes all the time. So my makeup will depend on my mood. But if it was New Year's Eve tonight, I would do this look. It's a smoky liner, by the way. I'm going to use an eyeshadow shield. It's pretty similar to Christmas Glam that I did, I think, last week. I don't know how I will upload these videos, but something like that, but more neutral. Going to use an eyeshadow shield, gonna cut it in half. Stick it to my hand first, as usual, because the glue is pretty strong on this one. And just stick it to my outer corner, and we'll try to make this even. I will use a little bit of concealer to prime for the eyeshadow, and also to cancel out the darkness the darkness on my lids. Just going to blend it in with my finger. I'm patting mostly, I'm not really dragging the product around. See, I can't reach that area, my god. I'm gonna use a brown pencil base. The smoky liner that I'm going to do is going to be brown. You can make it black if you want, if you like that. I prefer brown, I don't know why. I feel like it suits my eye a little bit better. Just going to apply it starting from not the center of my eye, the outer third of my eye, let's say. And just doing kind of like a straight line towards my outer corner here. As you can see, it doesn't have to be precise because we're going to blend it out. Now I'm gonna take my pencil brush. This is a Morphe 149, just a small brush. I'm gonna use it to diffuse this. I'm just doing a little back and forth motions. I'm putting a lot of pressure on my brush this time because it's a cream. It's not really that effortless to blend as an eyeshadow is. I'm just going to apply a little bit more to intensify. And blending again. I feel like this is the easiest way to do a smoky liner, and you can use Scotch tape if you don't have these things. You don't really need them. I have them, so I use them. Since this is a cream, I will use a powder to set it into place. I mean an eyeshadow. And I'll pick, this is my NikkieTutorials in collaboration with BeautyBay palette. I haven't used it in a while, but I really love it. I don't know why I don't use it more often. Anyways, I'm going to pick up the shade 5 AM, which is this darker brown. And I'm using it to do neutral look, so such a waste. But I do love the glitters in this one, that's why I'm using it. And I'm just going to use the same brush and stamp that shade all over the pencil. I'm just doing little stamping motions to set this into place and also to intensify it. Then I'm gonna take my Morphe 507 brush with a lighter brown. I'm going to use Mila, this one right here. And I'm gonna place this above the previous brown. I'm gonna use it to blend it out. I'm doing tiny left and right motions. And I'm going over the darker brown to really try to fade it into this lighter one. This is kind of the color of a fox. Really nice. I'm gonna use my previous brush and go over the edge a little bit with very tiny pressure. I'm gonna take a fluffier brush. This is a Juvia's Play 006, and I'm gonna mix this same shade with the basic Truth shade to create kind of a transition. Then I'm going to apply my crease. I'm basically gonna connect the liner to my outer part of the crease. I'm not really going to bring it all the way to my inner corner. Just applying it on the other half. This is like my only complaint of for this palette. It doesn't really have a nice transition shade. It has Zomer here, but it doesn't really fit in this look because it's obviously neutral, and Zomer is pretty pink, peachy color. I need one more step for the upper lid, and that is glitter. I'm not sure which one I want to use yet. Okay, I think I decided. Or did I? Yeah, I did. I'm gonna use Underground. This one. I'm gonna pick it up on my finger. Just look at that. It's pretty cool tone compared to what I have going on here. But whatever, we're doing it. Just going to... this feels really creamy. I'm stamping it with my finger. Picking up my pencil brush to re-intensify the liner. And then I'm blending the upper edge with my fluffy brush. I don't know how I feel about the cool tone, warm tone combination. What if I pick just a tiny bit of All In? And let's see how that goes. That is pretty green. Yeah, I think I can work with that. Not really an ideal case, but I can now remove this eyeshadow shield since we're done with the upper lash line. And we're left with this sharp liner. I really love this technique lately. I feel like lately my skin started to produce more oils than usual, and I feel like my pores look a little bit larger than they used to. And if you're on TikTok and you're into makeup, you've probably seen those videos. If you wear makeup, watch. Change your routine and try this instead. And basically they say put in a moisturizer. I would just reapply my sunscreen. Then put on your powder, just a light coat of powder, then setting spray, then wait for the setting spray to dry, then put your primer and then your foundation. That's what I'm going to do today. I did this in the past, but I feel like my skin was a little bit too dry at that time, so I want to try it again. So I have moisturizer, now I need to put on a powder. This one from RCMA. So my moisturizer is on. I'm gonna take my powder on a little powder brush. So this is the RCMA powder. I just moved it into another jar. It's the no color powder. It says you should not apply too much, so I just have a little bit of powder and just dusting it all over the face. Then you're supposed to use a setting spray on top. I'm going to use my all-nighter. And again, I'm going to let this dry a little bit. Then you're supposed to put on your primer. I'm going to use the dullness eraser from Makeup Forever. Apply that. And just going to pat it in. I'm not going to drag it around because I do have a base already. So I'll try patting it in. Just switching my base makeup a lot since my skin has changed a lot. I don't know, something weird happened. My skin used to be pretty dry and poreless because since dry skin doesn't really have large pores. I'm gonna use my Reboot foundation today. I don't know, so far it looks like my skin, like nothing's changed. I'm not going to bring it too much down my neck because I have self-tanner on my neck. I don't know, it looks nice, but we'll see after I finish my makeup. I'm gonna put on my Stay Naked concealer now, the one that I used to prime my eyelids. Just going to blend it with the same brush. Don't get me wrong, I love this brush, but I do love the finish of the sponge more, so I'm going to pick up my Real Technique sponge and just go over my face to take away some of that excess and just blend a little bit better. Nothing compares to the finish of the sponge in my opinion. It just melts the product into the skin. It looks way more natural with the sponge in my opinion. Now I will just move on with my routine. I think I'm going to set again because that's what I usually do. It doesn't explain that. I'm gonna take some powder on my center brush from Real Techniques. and set my under eye first, because this is the area that usually creases first on me. Then I'm gonna take my fluffy brush and dust a little bit of powder all over my face. Yeah, I mean, I don't notice anything different on my skin. Probably it's a little bit smoother, but nothing too major. Okay, next I will apply my bronzer. This is the Dior Nude bronzer as usual. I'm just gonna dust that on my cheekbones here. Doing little circular motions. Since it's a bronzer, the placement is not really as precise as it is with a contour powder. So I'm just dusting it like almost everywhere. And now I will follow up with my blush. This is the Clarins Joli blush in the shade Cheeky Pink. So I'm gonna pick up my blush on this Real Techniques blush brush. Really love this one lately. And gonna place that above the bronzer. And as a last step for my face, I'm going to use my highlighter. This is the Becca Cpop highlighter. I'm gonna use my little F03 brush from Sigma. Pick it up on my brush. And that is gonna go on the top of my cheekbone. Really lovely highlighter. I'm just gonna apply it on the high points of my face. And now I'm gonna take a smaller brush and pick up the same highlighter and highlight my inner corner, also underneath the arch of my brow. I almost forgot, but for New Year's Eve I have a product that it's a must for me. If it's like a glittery makeup, I need that product. I'm talking about my Fenty Diamond Bomb, of course. And yeah, this can happen with it, unfortunately. But I will use my finger and just tap that highlighter with it. Isn't that just magical? I feel like this is a must for Christmas and New Year's Eve. Should I use it on my lid as well? Maybe just a tiny bit. My eyes are already glittery, but this will add a nice touch. Love that. One of my favorite products. Something that I just need to have. I love it so much. Now I want to finish my lower lash line. I will take my pencil and line my waterline with it first. And I will also line underneath my lashes to add more intensity. And with this pencil I will extend my inner corner. I'm just doing little stamping motions. And with my pencil brush I'm just going to smudge a little bit. I will need my dark brown eyeshadow from the palette, the 5 AM shade. I will take it on my little pencil brush and use the tip of the brush to set the inner corner. Make it more long-lasting. And also I will smudge this all over my lower lash line. And with my Morphe 507, I'm gonna take the shade Mila and just blend it on my lower lash line. And that's it. I will finish off the lower lash line with a little bit of mascara and the eye look is done. I will finish off this makeup with my lips, and I'm just going to apply a light gloss, a glittery gloss. But first I'm going to line my lips, of course. This is my Boysenberry's lip pencil in the shade Naked. And the gloss that I'm going to use is the Too Faced High Shine Sparkling Lip Gloss in the shade All the Stars. I never tried this, but it looks beautiful. I should have just blended this pencil. Maybe apply it all over my lips, because the gloss is almost transparent. Okay, now it's better. I must say, I expected something different. Don't really like that. I think I'm going to pat it a little bit. And maybe just add something else on top. I just reapply the pencil and I'm going to apply this Essence gloss instead. I still see a little bit of that blue reflex, but it's way better now. This is everything for today's look. I really hope you like how it came out. I don't know when I will upload this, but I hope your year was amazing. I hope you'll have fun on the New Year's Eve. And wish you a Happy New Year. It's probably going to be uploaded up after Christmas, and I think I'm going to do 1 or 2 more looks for New Year's Eve. I don't know, so stay tuned for that. Anyways, that's it. I'll see you next time. Bye.